New York Jets.
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And away we go on Sunday Night Primetime. Here's a return from the 7. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
And the Bills, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Bills.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So 1st down from the 41. Throwing now off the play action. To the left and hauled in by Kelce. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They're going to try and throw it here. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, and Kelce has it. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. They're on the road, but still favored coming into this one. And they quickly made a mockery of that home field advantage, Brock, with an opening drive TD.
Just kind of playing like a team, right? That just knows it. They believe in themselves. They've got that athletic arrogance and confidence. Coming into this building, they can't wait to take the home crowd right out of it.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jets, nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. They're led out by the second rounder in 2019, now in his 7th season out of the University of Missouri. It's Drew Lock.
A highly productive quarterback out of Missouri back in the day. Drew has turned himself into just a tremendous teammate. The more you hear about Drew Lock, the more you hear, I just got to have him a part of my room, because no matter the role or the opportunity, he makes the most of it.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Davis. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's Lock to the air. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They go play action on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Running out of the gun with Davis. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Buffalo offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Zone read, they hand it to Achane. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
Sherwood on the tackle. The tackle made back at his own 6-yard line.
So we're through one quarter of this AFC East contest. It's an early lead for the Bills. More from MetLife coming right up. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They have it 3rd and 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to this big game downfield. He's at the 30, the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
One after added on by Elliott. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
Jets, nothing. Jake Elliott set to
Elliott's
kick
all
off.
set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Handoff here to Davis. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Davis gets it from the gun. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd down at the 17-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To throw. Here's Locke. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day. First down, play action. It's caught left side by Mitchell.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
13 yards.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Throwing his lock. He gets it again to Mitchell. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
So it's going to be second and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Sunday night primetime on the other side. Throwing it again here. Now he takes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Lock. Now here he goes again. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's Locke. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good for a New York first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Davis up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Lock to throw it. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get their first points of this game just before halftime. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jets 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Ty Johnson now to return. Jukes away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bills getting one more drive here before the break. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Airing it out to start this drive. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that first down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there. That's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Had a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
On the return, here comes Davis. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So here's the Jets offense getting ready to start our third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, here's Davis. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jack Thompson finishing that play off.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Going right back to Davis. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
That's good.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Rock looking to throw. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 25. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
This is going to be a New York touchdown. The Jets cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That's caught at the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Back to throw now. That's caught. Devon Achane. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd down, Jets into the dime. Looking in the air here. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Bills first down. A gain of 7.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Here's a screen for Achane. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Johnson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's 2nd and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jets 14. Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Locked down. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 17-yard line.
We've reached the end of the 3rd on Sunday Night Primetime. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Setting up to throw. They'll try and run this. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And to the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Bills are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. They're going play action. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So 20 yards on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. It's Achane on the inside give. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
They're throwing it. Finds the in route, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The Jets take their 1st time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Here's Achane up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
2nd and 7.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes it just a different level of connectedness.
And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the fourth.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Jets bringing pressure, and they got it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Bills leading by 7. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. He's back to throw. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Wangu now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And this could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's Locke to the air. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Trying to throw this from the gun. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To throw, here's Locke. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Has him on the quick hitter, and he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
26-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Sticking to the air here. And he's encouraged out of bounds behind the line. That's going to go down as a sack. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from New York.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Thumbs up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.
The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers.
Please welcome your 2026.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Charlotte.
Play to win. Come on now. Come on. Get excited. Let's go.
Please welcome your 2026 Houston
Well, what a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everybody.
Please welcome your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.